In the MMO Rift, the dimension system is essentially their player housing system. But it's not just for housing. You can build almost anything you like. Each dimension key gives you your own pocket dimension that you can do with as you please. Most are based on locations that exist in the world of Tolera, though some are entirely unique, and at least one comes from an entirely different game. It's a fully featured tool for creative expression. However, you can expand it with add-ons if you like. You need to understand that Rift is a free-to-play game. So, of course, that means, like most free-to-play games, it has a cash shop. And there are many things that can only be obtained for real money. That said, I am going to focus on things you can get in-game without spending real money. However, the dimension system is a gold sink, well, in this case, a platinum sink, so it can require a lot of in-game currency. This system is open to all players. As soon as any character gets out of the intro, you can head on over to a nearby town and get your first dimension key for free. There will also be a quest that serves as a tutorial and introduction to dimensions. However, you can also get a second dimension key for free if you're willing to run over to the enemy territory, which may require a little bit of corpse running. And you will find somebody over there who will give you another one for free. As a new player, you have slots for 2 active dimensions. Active dimensions are the ones that you can enter and edit. These are your active dimensions here, and you can spend platinum to unlock additional slots, up to about 20, I think. However, you can collect all of the 80 plus dimension keys available. Here's the thing, buying extra slots may be a waste because you have direct access to all the dimensions your alts have. You can add, move, and remove items from your alt's dimensions as freely as you do for your mains. So if you want more dimensions, just roll an alt, and that'll give you 2 more slots. Most dimension keys can be freely traded before they are collected, so you just send them to your alts. Besides your alts, you can freely visit the dimensions of your friends, your guild, and anyone who makes theirs public. You can set permissions to change what friends, guildmates, and complete strangers can do in your dimensions. You can open it up so that a stranger can come in and take items if you want. Decorating is very versatile. Any item can be moved in 3 directions and rotated on 3 axes. Most items can be resized. One item that can't be resized is this giant tower, which is a legendary item. It even has an elevator inside. Many interactive items like crafting stations and practice dummies also cannot be resized, but almost everything else can. Each dimension starts with a certain limit on items which can be expanded for a fee. The item limit is for any item, so this plank of wood is an item, and so is this tower. What's nice is it's a self-guided progression. Anyone can get started, and you can put as much gold or plat into it as you please. This here is my main dimension. It's not quite full. I call it Mystical Village. Feel free to visit. To give you an idea of how much I did to this, here is the same dimension owned by somebody else that is almost completely empty. There are a few buildings and statues and stuff, and those are part of the dimension. Those are permanent. I guess this giant bone is one item that's in here. But you can see there's very few items in this whole thing. On the downside, for some it might be a little too freeform. For those who just want a house, they might have to put in a lot of effort into making a dimension that feels like home. Amenities tend to be cash shop items. For example, you can only get a mailbox or a bank vault from the cash shop. Finally, you can't sit on chairs, at least not in the normal way. Anyway, I am thinking this may be the beginning of a short series on housing in various MMOs, but don't expect them in quick succession though. Several games that are free to play give players extensive systems for creativity that are accessible and shareable for the whole community. Well, Final Fantasy has a system designed to limit access to the majority of players due to supposed server limitations. And then there is WoW, which has made billions of dollars and has no housing system whatsoever. And no, garrisons do not count. Anyway. Huh? Wait. What was that? Oh well. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.